Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe and welcome to my official mandatory what the hell am I gonna do video. And as you may know, there's a bunch of changes coming to YouTube and channels like mine are gonna be greatly affected. So it kind of sucks. It's a big mess. I'm not gonna get into the details of the changes or really what's going on because if you're in the YouTube space, you probably already know. So why waste time with that? I'm just on here to talk about what I plan on doing and just what I think about some things in general. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, I kind of think that YouTube is just pretty much, it's just a dying planet as far as I'm concerned when it comes to like channels like mine. I feel like all of us in the community should just kind of move on and find something different. And I know that's easier said than done, especially with the bigger channels and the, the guys that actually make a living off this stuff. It's kind of hard just to walk away from a large subscriber count. And I mean, they kind of have no choice at this point, but it's kind of hard to just accept it. I totally get it, but I feel like us as a community, if we just move on, find a different platform, hopefully fans of all this stuff will come along too. It's going to take like a group effort, it's going to take the creators, all the fans, and just everybody. Let's just move on to another platform and see what we could do. And it's going to be tough, because people are going to be going in different directions. Different creators are going to go different places. And it's going to be really hard to keep it all uniform and on the same page. But I feel like if we all just care about this action figure community that like we've all built over the years, between like all the different people that do this, I don't want to get into throwing names out there because so many people have contributed to this action figure community that, I take so much pride being part of this. It's just incredible to be like, a person like me and my age and be able to like be into action figures and talk about it so freely without any kind of judgment or anything like that. And that's an awesome thing about this community. And a lot of that comes from being on YouTube and stuff like that, but it's not because of YouTube, it's because of the community. So I feel like the community is the most important part. It's kind of like when Asgard like was destroyed, you know what I'm saying? Like we're the Asgardians. It doesn't matter, wherever we go is going to be Asgard. So wherever we go, that's where we're going to have the action figure community. We don't need YouTube, aka old Asgard. We're going to move on. Community might get smaller. It's going to be different, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, so what I plan to do for now, at least for the time being, I'm going to keep my channel on because who knows, maybe it'll get ironed out. We'll see. I'm not really banking on that because I don't feel like that's going to be the case, but that'd be cool if it does. And it'd be awesome that like if some of the bigger channels are able to stay on YouTube where they're comfortable and they can make more money. But for me, I'm kind of excited to go try something new, because YouTube is awesome. And I feel like I was having a good year. I got a lot of new subscribers this year. I had some good momentum. I felt good about it, but this whole thing just kind of soured my taste on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, I don't want any part of this. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna get like threats and just weird shit, if I'm gonna get that kind of stuff, I'm out. You know what I mean? Let's go find something different. There's other platforms out there. There's other way to communicate with people. There's other ways to make money if that's your main goal. You can figure it out through. There's always a way to make money through your passion, or if you're good at something. You could figure it out if you're a hustler. So it is what it is. There's other ways to do this thing that we've been doing for years. And another thing too I want to talk about. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to keep my channel up for a little bit, see what happens, but I'm going to try to shift over to Vimo. I think that's how you say it. I'm not even sure. I'll leave a link to my current Vimo in the description below. I keep getting confused between Vimo and Venmo. They're too similar to me, and I have the apps right next to each other on my phone. But anyways, I'm gonna try to kind of funnel my people, or like try to get them to go over to Vimo and check out my videos. I'm gonna start posting videos over there, and I'm gonna post videos there first before I post them on YouTube, in the next month or so. I'll post things on YouTube, but they'll be on Vimo first. So you got to go over there to check it out. Follow me on there, all that good stuff. I don't know too much about that platform. I don't know how well it'll work, but we'll see. And the other thing too is, I might start a Patreon. I don't know. I know people are kind of, like iffy about it. It's kind of like a touchy thing. I was talking to my wife about it, and she kind of made a good point. So like for me, I feel like it's fair. I think it's fair for somebody who provides entertainment and information to throw it out there that they kind of would like compensation, or they would like to get paid for what they do or whatever. We all pay for entertainment in all kinds of different ways. We're perfectly fine paying for 20 different streaming services and just all kinds of stuff, and that's cool. But I'm just saying, like, if a creator like that's good at what they do has to have a sudden change, and they start charging for their services. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I just want to like kind of encourage other YouTube guys to, I mean, they don't have, like, everyone I see like making these types of videos are like talking about Patreon like it's, oh, you know, I don't want to do that, or like they feel bad about it. I don't think that these guys that have done so much should feel bad about that. You know, I know it's weird, but my wife brought up a good point. You know, it's not so much that people don't want to support. It's just kind of a turnoff. It's almost like gross or something. She said for you know, for someone to ask for money all of a sudden out of nowhere. And but you know, I get that. But the thing is, like, things have changed. Times are changing, and for the last 10 years, YouTube's been free for the viewer, and content creators have found a way to get paid, and that is awesome. But you know, that when you do that, it's dependent on ads, and it's dependent on like these big companies and all their weird policies and all kinds of weird shit that'll randomly happen like this. You know, we put too much power like into their hands. I don't think there's anything wrong with a creator suggesting that he gets some compensation for the work that he does, because these videos are hard to make. I'm a working man, you know, I go to work every day. I'm not really dependent on my YouTube income. Of course, that money is helpful. Obviously, anytime you get money, it's helpful. Any income is helpful, so that's cool. And you know, I would like to keep getting what I was getting before. It wasn't that much, I'll be honest with you. I was getting an average of like $300 a month, so it wasn't that much, but it was enough to, you know, put a little bit of money into like the production value of what I got going on, put a little bit of money into buying figures that maybe I wouldn't buy before, you know, if I wasn't reviewing them and stuff like that. But that's all my choice. I'm not like throwing that on anybody. I'm just saying, you know, that kind of, I'm just saying the little bit of YouTube money helps, that's all. But it's all a touchy subject when it comes to that stuff. But the one thing I do want to say is that you know, I want to encourage you guys to support the people that you're a fan of. That's all. Myself included, you know what I mean? If I decide to stop making videos, I'm going to pay for Robo. I'm going to pay for Fwoosh. You know what I mean? Why not? He's awesome. Or like Shartimus or D Amazing. I'll put money in D Amazing's hand right today for some videos. You know what I mean? Because like these guys are awesome. They provide like a service, and they provide entertainment. And potentially, like if I want to continue to collect action figures, watching those guys helps me make better buying decisions. So, you know, I might not buy that $100 figure that I kind of was eyeballing but wasn't sure about. You know, I think that's kind of worth it to pay a couple bucks a month, you know. I'm sorry, I said those names. I'm not really sure what those guys got going on. I know Robo has a Patreon. Make sure to check that out. I'm not really sure what D Amazing is doing. But I'm just saying, you know, we got to support the guys that we're fans of. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, the one thing I want to emphasize in all this is, even though the YouTube has kind of screwed us and screwed the fans, because I know some people that are like, they love watching these videos, and it's awesome. So someone told me today they love waking up on Saturday mornings and watching, you know, toy reviews as if they're Saturday morning cartoons. That is dope. Shout out to Gross Misconduct. But yeah, that's just really, really cool. You know what I mean? And that's just awesome stuff. So it'd be cool to continue it and keep it going. And I think it's possible. Just because YouTube is collapsing or whatever doesn't mean that it's the end. You know what I mean? We just have to take the whole community, go somewhere else and rebuild. Like I started looking at Vimeo, and it was like a wasteland. I was looking for videos, I couldn't find nothing. There's barely anything on there. And I just kind of was like, this is like fertile ground, you know. We could all come over here and rebuild what was on YouTube. But you know what? No matter what, I think the people that are really into this stuff will always find a way to get content out to the people that want to watch it. In my case, if all else fails, at the very least, I will always post things on Instagram. I'll start doing more things on Instagram Live. You know, they might not be full put together reviews or fully put together comparisons and this and that, but if all else fails and nothing else works, Vimeo doesn't work, Patreon doesn't work, none of it takes off, I'll still post on Instagram talking about action figures, because I love action figures. I have a passion for this, you know what I mean? And not just a passion for like making YouTube and getting out here and talk about it. I have a passion for going to the store and buying action figures and opening them up and playing with them, and I want to talk about that. So no matter what, even if nothing else works, I will still do that in some way, and hopefully people will join the conversation and talk about action figures with me. That's all I want. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to I don't know, go check me out on Vimeo and on Instagram. I'll leave links to all that in the description below. Thank you very much. Peace.